Hello again, it's me, your jewelry person, showing you how I make things. I've done how I polish my stones and how I make a bracelet. Tonight, I'm going to show you how I make my birthstone rings. This is an example of my birthstone rings, one of them. This is September birthstone. I use 100% solid sterling silver, argentium sterling silver, which is more pure than regular sterling silver. I use cubic zirconium. I do not use real stones. Real stones are way expensive, so don't use those very often. I have some real stones, but I don't use them very often. Anyway, so what I need to be able to do this is really not many ingredients, if you will. There's a 10-inch piece of wire. This is solid sterling silver. It is 21 gauge square. Square is important, and you'll see that why it's important in a few minutes. Use that. I use what they call a snap set to set the stone. The stone, we're going to do a February. This is a February stone. Pretty purple. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put the stone into this setting. This is why they call it a snap set. All right. I'm just going to do this. I'm going to push this down onto the stone, and you'll hear a little pop, just like that. And the stone is now set. Pretty cool stuff. Then I'm going to take this part of this stone, and I'm going to slide the wire through and underneath, through the set and underneath the stone. Now I want to try to get halfway, right about in the middle. This is 10 inches, so I've got a little ruler type thing down here, so that's nice. When I don't have a ruler, I just do my best guess. So I have a ring mandrel. This is a ring mandrel, similar to the bracelet manual that I used when I made my bracelets, but this is graduated. It goes all the way from a size 15 all the way up to a size 1. So I'm going to make a size 7. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start 1 size and a quarter above the 7, make it smaller. Because what happens is that the wire will move and it needs to stretch and tighten when we get down to it. So I'm going to wrap this around twice. When I come around the second time, all right, I'm sure you can see this. Work this around the second time. I'm going to push this down, and hold this, and I'm going to twist. I'm going to twist the wire around the stone. I'm going to twist the wire 3 times. What this does is it holds the stone in place, and it also makes it more attractive. So here we have it. We have it wrapped around 3 times, and it kind of looks like a ring, sort of, kind of. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take these ends of the wire, I'm going to twist them. That's why I use square wire. Square wire will show a nice design when you twist it. Round wire, you don't even notice it. So I always use square wire when I make these rings. So I'm going to put this in a drill. The drill makes this process much faster. Some people use what they call a pin vise, but this is going to be really, really fast. Now you got to be careful with the drill, because if you go too far, you'll break your wire. The wire only will take just so much stress. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Okay. Just show you what I'm doing. So it's pretty quick with the drill. It's like seconds. With a pin vise, it takes a little bit longer. I prefer using the drill. It's just faster. Especially when I'm making a ring and somebody's watching. So here we have this. See, right there. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this little pair of pliers here, and I'm going to start turning the wire around, down and through the ring itself. I'm going to come underneath. I'm going to pull this and tighten up the ring so it'll be nice and tight, and it'll have a nice little design on it. So I'm going to do that again on this side. Round and down. There we go. Pull it up and around. One more time. trying to make it do 3 times. Now I'm going to coax this wire a little bit. Sometimes the wire gets a little bit ornery on you. And when that happens, you just have to kind of make it do what you want it to do and not what it wants to do. Remember, you are the boss. So pull it one more time underneath. So you see I've got this wire coming up underneath there. So I'm going to take my wire cutters. I'm going to cut that off right about here. There we go. So you can see where I cut it off right about here. See? I don't know how well you can see that. Let me try to hold that a little bit better. There we go. Yeah, you still really can't see it. Anyway, trust me. All right, so I'm going to take this pair of pliers and I'm going to pull, not really pull, I'm going to push this guy up and in a little bit. Push him over a little bit more and make him do what I want him to do. There we go. Now I'm going to squish him kind of in there. And the reason I do that is to kind of make the wire so that it's not going to be abrasive to your finger. So I'm going to do the same thing over here. I'm going to twist this down or pull this down like this, kind of curl it around, curve it over. So it comes down and through, and I'm going to do it 3 times. So I'm going to do that real quick here without trying to be, I have to kind of watch what I'm doing here so I get it right. Push that down and under. And do that. There we go. Now I'm going to bring this guy over here and cut him. There we go. And you got to be careful when you're cutting wire. You should always use eye protection, whether you've got glasses or safety glasses. Goggles are the best. Safety goggles are the best, or safety glasses. All right, so here we go. How we're all set here. And it looks kind of ring-like, sort of, kind of. It needs to be a little bit of shaping. That's why we put it back on the mandrel. So we're going to push it down and make it a 7. I'm going to push it a little bit beyond the 7. I got to work that a little bit like that. Make that a little bit. Here we go. So push that a little bit beyond the 7. Maybe 7.5. That's okay. And then I'm going to shape it. All right. And that, like that. And then turn it. Try not to hit the stone. I did that one time. Popped the stone right out of the setting and had to try all over again. Not fun. So anyway, all right, so here we go. Now I need to just work that just a little bit. Check it out. Now you always put it on my finger to make sure that there's nothing in there that's going to be abrasive to the finger. So there you go. And that's it. That's how I make my birthstone rings. All right, thank you very much, and we'll see you another time. Bye-bye.